Yeah, it's the Gwen and God DJ Self, and guess what? You're checking out the evening experience. Now listen, if you wake up in the morning time, sorry man, because you're missing what's going down in the evening experience, baby.
You know what it is, Mac 357, Big Chuck, I see you, the evening experience, Funk Flex. I mean, you know what we about.
The Cool, the DJ, the Red Alert. I'm with my man Mark the 357. I'm with my man the CB, the Chucky Black. I'm with my man the DJ Troop. Do you know what that is? The evening experience. The evening experience. Make a note of it.
And sitting next to me, I have the African Killer Bees.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
Yo, now y'all don't know, and if you don't know, then something's wrong. African Killer Bees is a clothing designer, an apparel designer, someone who is actually you need to pay attention to because this young brother has his finger on the pulse. I'm seeing great things already. We definitely got the hat sitting out front. We definitely sort of, I wish y'all could see it. Can you get the coat?
Coat?
They gotta see the coat. Cause that coat is fire.
Old coat. I'll bring the coat.
Yo, when I tell you need to pay attention, this young brother has his finger on the pulse. He definitely is prolific as far as his, if you want to say apparel game. I'm not too familiar with all fashion, so don't mind me if I say some faux pas in there.
Good. There's nothing, man.
Yeah, he says it's nothing. For me, it's something. Because you don't see this everywhere, you know, where the brother has a specific design and stitch, took out, put in. You know, the look is incredible as far as for you people who like those prolific new styles and things that you want to see and you want to wear, especially out here in 2000 and quote unquote 18, and you know, you want to look like you're something and you want to show that fire. Well, you definitely got someone to look forward to. That's the African Killer Bees.
Appreciate
definitely that. Is in the building. Please tell us where you got your actual start in fashion, or what turned your eye or wanted you to, you know, get into this field.
Actually, I started painting and drawing in high school.
Okay.
I went to LaGuardia High School.
Shout out to LaGuardia High School.
Yeah, that's the place. I guess while I was there, I saw that I wasn't really able to connect with people through just the drawing and painting. Like, if I wanted somebody to see a drawing or a painting, they would have to come to like the gallery or the show or whatever. So I think as I got older and graduated, I started trying different art mediums, and the clothing just kind of just came from that.
So basically, your artistry, where it started, where you used to paint and draw, is now living on a canvas that you can actually wear.
Pretty much, yeah. That was pretty much like the initial thing. I was like, if I could paint and draw, like, why can't I, teach myself how to sew and like put things together? To me, it was one and the same, but with clothes, it's like a walking billboard. Like, if someone has a jacket, they can be everywhere and everybody will get a chance to see it and experience it the way that they experience it.
Well, that's definitely something that I can definitely tell people, because if you go to African Killer Bees on his Instagram, you'll see a lot of his apparel. You'll see one-offs, and I tell people this all the time. He's very exclusive. He does not make 2, 3. Y'all want 10 of those? Let me put that on. It's like when he makes something, it's literally one of a kind. So if you're putting it on, you're not going to see 5 or 10 different people walking around with your clothing on. You're going to see that particular design on that particular person, and they can say, yo, yes, I have an African Killer Bee on.
Yeah, that's true.
You've been stung, people. You've been stung.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you don't mind me asking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these type of DJs that just play music. I want to be involved, goddammit. I'm going to be involved today. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep yourself different from all these other brands that are trying to come out here in the urban community, or even trying to be high profile clothing companies out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you keep yourself different from all that's happening now? Because the clothing industry now, from an urban standpoint, from people who are trying to start from the bottom going up, it's like really saturated. Everybody got their own thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So how do you keep yourself different?
I think honestly, and this is no knock on any other brand, but I think a lot of motivation for those brands come through with money. Like they see it as an easy way to make some money, to I guess, get like a name, you know, for themselves.
So basically, they don't differentiate from what everybody else does. They just put their own little logo on it and just call it a day.
Yeah, it's kind of like a niche. Like they see that this is popping right now, so they want to get into that. You know what I mean? Like some, they actually like making clothes and they want to get into that, but they don't have a great taste. And then there's some that's like, okay, this is another hustle that I can get into, make some money. And, you know, I think with me, my mindset is more towards like the quality. Like it's by hand, it's not all screen print. It's not all just like direct to garment. It's not like, it's custom, like what you said, it's like one of one stuff for most of the time. So
you're saying that you're customizable in the sense that there's only one of a kind. You differentiate because of the fact that you basically don't follow the trend. You make what you see as the best apparel or the best look that you would particularly want to see on someone.
Yeah, like I got really studied this stuff. You know, like these big brands and just the history of just art. You know, modern art, and I just think I try to bring that culture into the clothes that I'm actually making for people. You know, like it's not like a 1, 2, 3, like, hey, I'm gonna print a name on it, or I'm gonna print a picture of a cow on it or something. Like there's thought, there's like messages in the stuff that I make. I think that's another thing also that's different from some of these other brands. I think it's really based off of like a word or like a picture, and that's it. But I think with mine, I try to go into depth with the way I put things together, like the collages and like the meaning behind the stuff.
Well, I definitely, looking at your page. Now, like I said, I don't understand art too well as far as the apparel or you know, the styles, or if you want to say even your muse that you utilize in order to make this process happen. But I will say, whatever I am seeing is definitely on fire, because how I met this young man is through a friend of mine, and he's like, no, you gotta have him on your show. I'm telling you, he's definitely one you want to pay attention to. And when I met him, he was the most humble young man I've ever met in my life. He's just like cool, laid back, whatever the case is. But looking at his pieces, you definitely see the style, the swag, the degree of depth in which he made the actual piece. And I said to him at one time, why don't you produce more? He said, no, I don't want everyone wearing that same thing. He said, I want one person, it's made specifically for them, they got exactly what they needed from it, and it's something that, you know, can fit their style, their body, their mass.
Yeah, like with that, like I feel like the game is really diluted. Like there's a lot of stuff, like just in the artistry field. I feel like with social media, I feel like everybody thinks they can do something and they want to do something and they want to get into it.
That's true.
So it's like it's like
that is true.
That is
it
true.
could be
that
something
is true.
good, right? But because there's so many subpar to bad people doing the same type of thing, you get lost in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to be like a no disrespect to them, like a Walmart or Target, like where I'm like
Yeah, I'm gonna disrespect you. Yeah, you wear Walmart or Target clothes, like you pay $10 for your clothes. Sorry for you. Yeah, sorry. Everybody looks like you. They wearing the lumberjack shirts with the slippers.
Yeah.
But I mean, even from a business standpoint, since you mentioning these big brands, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many companies out there that are like startups actually own their name, actually have their stuff trademarked and copyrighted, have, ownership to what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people really do that?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Now, I'm not going to say nobody. There's a lot of that.
It's hard in the sense that if you look at DreamWorks, yes. It's hard in the sense that you get a lot of people, such as like the Kanye West. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about him for a second because that stuff is ugly. Kanye, stick to music, brother. Let it go as far as the fashion. You got your sneakers off. Hey, roll with it, bro. Just stick with the sneakers. Cause them clothes, it looks like you sleeping on 23rd Street under the bridge or something.
Nah, but I tell you, man, with his clothing, he drops a T-shirt. It doesn't matter, a sweater.
It goes
them
because
things
of his
is
name.
It's over. Like,
No, look at me. It goes because of his name. The clothing is ugly.
I think some of it.
You ain't got to listen.
some
I
of
ain't
it-
asked nobody in here to agree with the host. I'm saying it's ugly, oogly. It look like you didn't woke up and it's like the 21st century and the zombies in attack, and then you walking around.
I mean,
the fallout after the bomb.
I wouldn't say it's ugly. I would just say it's not for me. You know, it's
Okay.
not something that I would wear, but I'm not gonna say that it's all the way, trash.
See, and DJ Trase is a good man. I'm gonna say it's ugly. I'm just gonna roll with that. I
Shout
know
out to
Kanye, you ain't coming on, brother, but it's cool. But if you do want to come on, I'm gonna definitely tell you to your face because I don't hide anything. I'm a real brother. What? Go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah,
that was my
cool.
PSA moment.
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, everybody, even with like making clothes, somebody might make it and they think it's hot. Like they might really put a lot of effort to it, and then a regular consumer can see it and be like, "This is like what you said, like it's whack, it's ugly."
There's a difference between when somebody tries to do something for me, and the difference is when they actually do it. Like when I looked at your stuff, I'm not a fashion dude. I wear regular apparel, athletic gear, hats, that type of thing. But when I looked at yours, I was like, whoa. I'm not a fashion dude, but I'm like, all right. I could see somebody, like the what's that famous model? What's her name?
Give me somebody.
Not Tyra Banks, but the other
Naomi
one,
Campbell?
Yeah, the she like to throw the cell phones at people. Yeah, Naomi Campbell. I could see her walking down a runway in your clothing.
That's big.
Because that's the type of style that I saw when I saw it. And the fact that you say on some of your clothing Technicolor, I like that because of the fact that it shows people that you're about the apparel. It comes in many different styles. Technicolor is a multitude of different colors that makes up the programming in which you see or the style in which you see, which I like.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like again, like I do put a lot of effort and attention into the detail. Like the quality is important to me. And I think with clothes, it's like an extension of yourself. So you have like a chance to, however you're feeling that day. I want you to be able to put on something I made and to, be able to, to portray that, as best as possible. As seamless as possible. Like it shouldn't be any effort. Like, I like this jacket, but it ain't da-da-da, and then switching back and forth. Like I know for me, like I go through maybe 3-4 outfits before I leave the house. Like it's rare that I just like, 1, 2, 3, put something on and I'm out. So I want my clothes when someone has it to be able to do that.
I'm sorry, I did 1, 2, 3. I'm out the door. but I get you. And for a person like yourself who's actually into fashion and who makes the clothing and who designs, of course, I see that being something that is very profound as far as what you do as your routine every day. Because for you, when you step out, people are looking at you.
Yeah.
Especially when you say, I'm a designer. And they're going, okay, what does he have on? And when you stepped out, like I said, that coat, when I saw you walking, I was like, dag, brother, okay. He brought the A game. And I appreciate that. Yeah. Shout out to my boy, Aaron, A. Selkridge, who introduced me to you, and I appreciate him doing that because you definitely brought your A game. You definitely showed us exactly what it is that fashion is supposed to be. I see a lot of this stuff that I see in Paris, and I do watch. I'm not telling you I don't. It's not so much that I don't watch. I do watch. Some of this stuff with the lights, and it looks like somebody took a garbage bag and put some zip ties to it, and they're sticking you out on the road. Yeah, that's not my idea of fashion. But to somebody wearing the garbage bags with the zip ties, I guess it is. I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the person. Like, if the right person is wearing the right thing, it can work. Like, I've seen shoes that's ugly. Like, I'll go into a store and I'll be like, I'll never buy those. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see somebody on the street with them on, and it just works for that person.
And I saw that you made a pair of shoes as well.
I tried.
No, you didn't try. You succeeded. You definitely succeeded, which was an incredible thing because, like I said, looking at you and looking at what went down as far as your page, I can't stop telling people enough about African Killer Bees. So when you have the opportunity please
Check it out.
African Killer Bees with a K.
Yeah, with a K.
And definitely look for his Instagram because the brother is definitely profound. He's definitely one to look for. And all of those fashion houses, when you're talking about, I'm looking for my new style. Yes, I want something that is popping. And how do you young people say is lit? Well, now you got somebody, African Killer Bees, the brother that you definitely want to check out because, you know, you see all these designers that look for these people who are, I think, in the industry, they're cut from the same cloth, and they look for people who do stuff similar to themselves. And I'm gonna tell people, if you're looking for someone that's gonna step outside of the box, someone who's gonna definitely show you something profound, something that is fashionable, something that you can wear to a lot of different occasions, this is the person that you definitely want to take an opportunity to learn about and definitely understand. That's African Killer Bees. And right now, we're going to take a quick musical interlude from DJ Trase, once again from The Fix Show, 9 to 11 p.m. on DTF Radio. You definitely want to check him out. And this is also Graph's DJ, if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock. I'm telling you right now, Ewing Ambassador, and brother brought definitely some drinks out here for us to drink today. I'm going to say the original Long Island iced tea is the brand that he represents. So we got some definite drinks in the building. So if you want to get your sippy sip on, please take one and drink in the house, as I would like to say. And she's definitely already starting, as you can see, because this is what she does. DreamWorks Global is the brand that she represents. She's definitely one you want to pay attention to, which is why she's here. I'm telling you right now, when I saw her on the net, I was like, yo, there's fire, there's fire. International superstar, she's drunk, I should say sung everywhere, in country, out of country. Someone that you definitely want to listen to. She puts her heart and her soul into her music. She speaks about God, she speaks about life, she speaks about love. So definitely, I'm going to say, I'm going to let her take it away.
This love was meant to be, you and me. I know que tell, babe. This love was meant to be, you and me. I know que tell, babe. This love was meant to be, you and me. I know que tell, babe. Qui tell journal quand criade nuit à moi. Qui tell feeling ça y facile. Hey, I let it flow and let it take us higher. Qui tell y fait tout ça le fait avec, yeah. Qui tell y propager, qui tell y transformer, qui tell y exploser, yeah. Qui tell poisson filet, qui tell décontrôler, qui tell montrer son bouche chanvier, assez. Qui tell l'envahit. Qui tell posséder. This love was meant to be, you and me. I know qui tell, babe. This love was meant to be, you and me. I know qui tell.
Whoa. Give it up, studio audience.
Thank you.
Yo, Sybelle, all I have to say is wow. If you did not know, il parle français, oui, j'ai tout parle français. That was a little bit of French mixed into the actual music that you heard. Le créole.
C'est anti-créole avec français, anti-mélangé. So
Okay,
it's a little bit
all right.
of a
Fun fact
mixture.
about Big Chuck though, he speaks the French.
Okay.
By all means.
Oui, je parle français.
Je parle français, t'es bien?
Ouais, un petit peu.
Un petit peu?
Oui.
Puis quand t'es sorti?
Okay.
Oui, mais.
I said, where are you from?
Oui.
Kmart?
Yeah.
No. No, actually, tell them where you're originally from.
Je suis au Congo.
Oh, au Congo, c'est ça.
Oui, maintenant j'habite Yonkers.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so-
In other words, he's from the Congo in Africa and Yonkers. But
That's a mix right there, man.
Yeah.
I definitely want to tell people, number one, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And if I could just correct, it's actually Dream Awake.
Dream Awake.
So Dream
Okay.
Awake is the name of my brand, and it's also my single that's out right now. So that's Awake, A-W-A-K-E, and that song that I just covered was my recent single as well with Alan Cave. He's a international renowned artist all over the world. So, you know, it's a really exciting time for me right now. So thank you for having me.
Well, not just the exciting time, but you just recently obtained a citation and an award.
Yes, yes. You know what, God is showing off right now, and it's funny because sometimes you feel like nobody pays attention and nobody really cares, so you just got to do it because it's what you love. And every now and then somebody will surprise you. And they called me, Young, Gifted, and Black, and they reached out, and I was in shock. I won the Nina Simone Award for the Artist of the Year 2018, and as well as entrepreneurship. You know, I'm an indie artist, so you know we're out here grinding. And we're doing it the right way. So it's no joke for us women, you know, to really put ourselves out there. And the Congresswoman surprised me with a citation for the community work and for all the efforts that I do, you know, working with young girls. And that was just something that touched me very deeply. She showed up and she actually cited me to Congress.
Well, there's no mistake
White House.
why you're here because it's also International Women's Month, which I tell people it's not just a month. We will not relegate to a month. It's International Women Forever.
Forever. We are the future, we are the now.
Yes.
Yes.
And I appreciate the work that you do. And I was going to touch on that as well because, you know, a lot of women are taking the opportunity to reach back and build the next if you want to say edition of the women that are coming behind us and standing strong, and you're definitely doing a great job at that. And you put your heart and your effort into it. And like I said, if you didn't hear what I said, the fact that she speaks about God on her page, the fact that she speaks about light, love, and happiness shows that that's what emanates from you and gives people an opportunity to see what comes through all of that by the work that you do in your music as well as in your philanthropy or helping out in community services.
Thank you so much for saying that. It's true. And that's what Dream Awake is about. What it's from is what we've been taught is to dream when we go to sleep and then to pay attention. But
Right.
Dream Awake means when you wake up, then what happens?
Right.
So, you know, I believe that God is calling us all back, and especially women. You know, we are the representation of what a country stands for. And through women, I believe is how God is changing us. And once we as women come together and we're able to do the work that we're doing with other artists and really living from our heart, not just trying to be R&B or trying to be this artist, but actually being our true authentic self, we begin to dream awake and inspire those girls. I wish somebody would have told me, you know, at 15, don't try to be her, don't try to be that. You know, they always told me you have to sound like this, you have to sound like that. Instead, dig deep inside, and if something is there that's burning, it's going to find its fruition. But God wants you to depend on him. That's what he's calling, is for us to depend on him to use that gift to bring out his glory.
I see how.
Well,
yeah,
as
amen.
it says, to
Amen.
whom much is given, to whom much is expected.
Oof, say
And
that
for you,
again.
for what you do and how you do it, I see God has put a lot of work in your heart, and you have more to do. And we appreciate having strong representation for women. And I tell people, where you are, you don't have to stay. You can grow. If you're in a situation, whether it's domestic, whether it's whatever, a bad work situation, you can change it. You don't have to stay in a rut and say, that's it. Okay, I'm just going to relegate to this part of my life and that's it. You can move up, move out, move on.
You know, that's good. That's really good, because I believe God is working on us. When we're losing these jobs, it's because we have a business built on the inside of us that we didn't even know we had the strength to have, but he's forcing and pushing us to push that envelope so we get out of our comfort zone and do what we were called to do. I believe those breakups, that we as women, I just had one, and I see the women when they get through these breakups, these lives that we set up in our mind,
like marriage was everything, or this dude, or you saw the whole picture, you know, the kid, you saw it, and it didn't work out. It crushes us. But what happens is God is a jealous God, and he wants us. And if we're giving everything to him, what's his? So those breakup, for me, my breakup was allowing me to rebuild my relationship with him, because we forget, you know, and so it's brought me so much closer to him and allowed me to really tap into more of who I am as a woman.
And I had a breakup too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, with some donuts. But listen, I'm coming back later. Okay.
I can't.
Well,
I hate you.
I know we're getting heavy, and I like to break up the monotony. So don't mind me. I'm just one of those people.
Nah, we gotta mind you.
Yo, Mac, real quick, I just gotta say that it's a great feeling to see a real singer sing live in person. Because I appreciate singers that do that. You know what I'm saying? You sound so natural at it. You sound really, really good. And it's just an honor to see artists like that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you hear artists on their tracks and they can't sing like that live in person without some auto-tune or without something behind them. So just to hear you naturally was a great feeling and a great experience right there. And another thing, just to touch on, you know, the God situation, is good to see somebody who's really about that life. People talk all that on social media. They don't really follow. They just do it to get likes. And I like to see that you're really about the life that you speak about and that you sing about. So salute to you on that.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Miss Your Chuck, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I was blown away. That was dope. That was really dope. I just see how genuine you are when it comes to, you know, your music and everything that you do. Where does it all come from? Like, it just seems like you just have your hand in everything, and you're really good at what you do.
I'm going to tell you what, there's no pretty story, there's no fairy tale like I thought it would be. It's a lot of pain. It came from a lot of mistakes, a lot of wrong paths, and a lot of trying things that just wasn't for me. And I just kept getting those walls. And I'm like, well, God, if you put this in me, this is what you want me to do. But the way I thought it is not what his plan was. So in our mind, we have it this way, it's set out. But he's like, no, you have other work to do. So I'm thinking, you know, superstar, mega, you know, that's what it was all about. But now it's like a different place. I don't care if just 10 people are listening. Listen, if you felt what I said, and if it could touch your heart and it could allow you to feel something real, because we want to feel something now. I don't want to hear stuff that doesn't mean something to me. I don't listen to no artist that's not feeding me. Like, you got to feed me life or feed me nothing. I don't want it. You know, I don't want it. I don't want no lazy love. I don't need it. This one right here. Anyway, we'll get into that. But like, it's just no coincidences in life. And I believe if you really like backtrack, God wants you to say, damn, how did I end up right here? Because I was at a point where I was like, breakup, job situation, don't know what's going to happen. And I was like, okay, the one thing that I feel good when I do is when I sing, you know, and if I could touch somebody else and they could say, my God, you helped me, you don't even know what you did, that brings me a feeling that I cannot explain. So I just said, just keep doing that. Not for money, not for gigs, not for this and that. And I just started singing, just to sing, you know, and just doing it. Not to say, oh, I want to be popular. I won't go to that show. How much you paying me, or how much? I was on that. I'm not going to lie to you. I was definitely on that. I had a certain management, you know, but when all that started to fall apart because I didn't feel true to what they wanted me to do and the image they had for me, like I had to put my guitar away. I had to be more, you know, in different vibes, different clothes. I was like, no, I'm able to be Sybelle exactly as I am, is the way that I see it. And even if it takes a little bit more time, I'm going to get there the right way.
I'm telling you, when I tell people beasts are in the building, I bring monsters in here. And I tell people all the time, you don't get to this platform. I tell anybody, anywhere, anyhow, the evening experience is an experience. And when we build this is TV on radio. I tell people all the time, I don't have people here. I get hit 1,000 times a day with people going, yo, man, I could rap. I'm like, dude, everybody can rap. I can rap plastic too. That doesn't mean that I need you here. Because if you sound like everybody else, if you're doing like everybody else, you don't have something that stands out, I can find you. I know you're there. But when I saw you, it wasn't just about looks. Everybody can see. Gorgeous woman. But the strength in her conviction, what she wrote, how she put her pace together, the sound, the heart, the feelings, the positivity, you can't buy that. And when God works, as you said, he pushes past all of those if you want to say things that are fleeting, that mean nothing, that fall away, because looks fade.
Yes.
You know, the clothes, they don't hang the same way when you get a certain size. Okay, I'm working on it.
Or age.
I'm a size 2. I'm a size 2 in my
can't.
mind. But the process is, there's a different process for everyone. But listen to God. If you need someone to pilot your life, or you need someone to get you to where you need to be, I didn't come here by accident and start doing this. I've been speaking for a long time, and when I was little, a young lady told me, she said, "Preacher boy." I used to look at her and go to her, "Why you call me preacher boy?" She said, "Because it's the way you speak. When you speak, people listen." So she said, that is something that you need to carry forward. Now, I didn't want to be a preacher, but I know I can talk to people. I know I can talk to hearts. I know I can change minds. So this is my platform. And when I hear people like you have an incredible platform, an incredible artistry, incredible, but I know where it comes from. God is at the foundation of all of that. So we appreciate Sybelle being here today.
Thank you so
and
much for
blessing
having
us.
me. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you are dope. You're really dope.
Wow, I appreciate that, and I would love to keep in touch with you guys.
Please.
You know? So follow at Sybelle Music, SYBELLE MUSIC. My actual business, the Dream Awake, it's Dream Awake Global as well. So I have 2 Instagrams for the business page that when I do my speaking, and also Music Incorporated with the younger youth and girls and the awards. That's the Dream Awake Global. So Dream Awake, AWAKE Global, 1 IG, and then Sybelle Music is the new one that I just started separately. That's SYBELLE Music.
Now, can people make donations towards Dream Awake?
Listen, man.
Well, the reason why I ask is
That's so
because
awesome.
I tell people all the time, there are things in which in life, you can help with, even if it's a small donation, it's something. If 1 million people are listening to me, if each one gave $1, that's $1 million.
That's right.
And that can go towards helping young ladies who are trying to find themselves, and someone who's at the helm who's going to help them to get there, and some of the things that they can now utilize for God's work, or find their niche in life and run with it, because that's the next scientist, the next doctor, the next singer, the next everything that we need in order to survive in our future. Because I'm getting older, and I definitely need somebody to take care of me. Shut up.
It ain't gonna be me.
Whatever.
It ain't gonna be me.
Definitely, that's
Anywho.
good. So what I would say is, you know what, 99 cents, that's a good point. So you can download the song Dream Awake. That's on iTunes, as well as the one that I just sang, Kitel, Kitel, which actually means let it be. So, just let it be, follow love, follow your heart, listen to your heart. Stop listening to people, stop listening to opinions. I mean, even your parents, and I know they don't mean to steer you wrong, but you're not your father, you're not your mother, you're you. You were brought here from God. That's His plan, is for you to be original in who you are. So follow that thing that just burns inside of you. You wake up, you know it's there, and you feel something special. You feel something, your heart starts to flutter. And that's what God wants to remember, who we really are, going back to that feeling of goosebumps, the heartbeat that just gets pumping. The same way you feel like when you're falling in love with somebody and liking somebody, it's the same way you start to feel when you start to really get to know who you are on the inside. You start to fall in love with yourself, and it's the best love story you've ever got.
Now, do you have at least one more in you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Dream Awake. Okay, can somebody just grab my pick? I'm sorry, it fell. If you could grab that. Thank you so much, Bobby.
And that was
Bobbi
Storm,
Storm
by
in the
way.
building,
Yes.
low key.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, before she starts, I'm gonna let you know, this is fate, and I can tell you this. The last time Bobbi Storm was supposed to be here, she had to fly out. I believe she was doing a Grammy party out in Los Angeles, and she couldn't make it. Last time I wanted to get Sybelle here, once again, conflict of interest, she couldn't make it. Guess who's in the building today? Both Sybelle Fair as well as Bobbi Storm.
Yeah, so what's funny is I sang, so she has this song called Lazy Love. See, this is what I love, though. I love women, and I feel like, and how I met her, this is what's really wild. I went to Nene's Boom Boom Room. I wasn't even supposed to go out that night. I was like, I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like doing the whole industry vibe. I just wasn't feeling it. But Nene, she pulls those artists out. And my friend was like, yo, Sib, it's going to be dope tonight. Actually, Ty, Mr. Vocab. So he said, Sib, just come through. I want you to perform there. I'm going to get you on there. So, I want you to vibe out. And this girl right here, Bobbi Storm, performed. And, she sang these other songs. And, there are a lot of names and a lot of people supported her movement. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But it was like the first and second song she did. I was like, okay. Yo, when she sang Lazy Love, I was like, oh, this one? Yes. This one, she's a problem. Yes. And then I went to her personally. And I said, all that other stuff, SZA worked on it. You got all these producers. Dope, dope, dope. I'm with it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. This is the industry we're in. But when she sang Lazy Love, I was like, that's all I want. Don't do no other songs. First of all, open with that. Close with that. Begin with that. But then there's another one, though. There's Crazy Love, and then there's another ballad. What about now? See what I'm saying? So I can feel they came from her heart, and those were her originals. Yes. It's such a difference when it comes from what's inside of your gut. That's God speaking to your heart, and I believe God lives in your heart. So when you start to live from that place, nothing can fail. No one can reject you. No one, the right person who's supposed to receive it is going to, and they're going to lift you to where you're supposed to be. So I just want to say, look out for her. Okay, I'm going to sing it in Creole. We're going to rock that. So when you do that, we'll do that. Is that cool? That I can come back and do the little Creole situation? Yeah, of course. All right. So this one right here is Dream Awake. Hey. When you say that you forgot to send an angel, you really saying that you want the best of yourself. You gotta look deep inside of your spirit for the answer. Then look over your shoulder, see there's always been one there. Dream away, yeah. I'm dreaming away. Wait, start living instead of just surviving. Start loving instead of just pretending. We can start changing instead of just trying. Why should we keep sleeping when we can dream awake? Everybody sing, dream awake, dream awake. I want to hear you guys. Dream awake, hey, dream awake, dream awake, ooh, dream awake, hey, dream awake, dream awake. Everybody say, dream awake, dream awake. So let's start living instead of just surviving. Start loving instead of just pretending. We can start changing instead of just trying. Why should we keep sleeping when we can dream away? Why should we keep sleeping when we can dream away?
This is like the Eddie Murphy. I should just drop the mic, sexual cut, and just walk away. That was fire. Once again, Sybelle Fair is in the building, doing what she does best, utilizing what God gave her, God-given talent for the glory of Him, as well as living her dream. Dream awake is definitely what you want to pay attention to. Please go right at the sound of my voice to her page, and you'll definitely see more, hear more, speak to more.
At the sound of his voice.
I love and appreciate the good vibes, because I'm a vibe person. So vibes that's good, that's being put out there, it's all going to come back around. So
I appreciate that.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
What we're gonna do is take a quick station break. This is your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building.
Sybelle music in the building.
We'll be right back. Yo, once again, it's your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building.
This is the evening experience from 5 to 7 p.m. every Thursday. Your Thursdays will never be the same.
Check out that eveningexperience.com. We got the iTunes podcast, Google Play Store, Instagram, YouTube, everything. The evening experience.
You cannot not find us.
Yeah.
But sitting to my left, once again, I told you I'm bringing monsters in the studio. If you don't know, there was one day a movie called The Perfect Storm, and we definitely brought that in the studio today. When I tell you she's a typhoon, she is a hurricane, and she is a tsunami all mixed into one. That's definitely Bobbi Storm.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Beauty. And when I say prolific singer, voice that only God could touch, because them chords are definitely hitting every time I hear you sing on there.
Thank you.
And I've been watching her for a minute. I was looking at their page and they was like, yo, definitely, you need to check out Bobbi Storm. And I was like, and I haven't turned away since. Every time I see her do something, it's just better and better each time. The reason why, like I told people, the last time she couldn't come was because she had flew out to a Grammy party. They hired her to actually sing for the pre-Grammy Awards, or it was an after party, or one of the two. And I was like, okay, I understand that. We got dubbed on that one. But I was like, I gotta have her. And between her manager and herself, I've been keeping in contact ever since. Because I'm like, I need that perfect storm in the studio. And you're here.
I'm here. A calm storm today.
Calm storm. Wait. So what's the regular storm?
Well, there's all types, especially because I'm a Gemini.
I
would save tsunami for last because I just lost 20 pounds. So more like a tornado. You know what I'm saying? Yes. When you think of tsunami, you think of but no, more of a lightning bolt.
Okay.
I see.
Fire.
I see.
Strike me. Die today. Okay. No. What I want to know is, first and foremost, when did you start singing? And I know that's a mundane question, but I got to start off there.
Actually, so I have this tattoo on the inside of my arm of a flute, and it came like after so many of my other tattoos. But one day, one of my friends that dances was like, how did you start singing? And then when I told him the story I'm about to tell you, he was like, well, that should have been the first tattoo you got. But basically, my babysitter, Trase, used to walk me home from school every day, and she would play the flute at my grandfather's house. And I would just like mimic, everything she did on the flute. And then she took me down to my mom and my grandfather and was like, I think you guys got a singer on your hands. And after that, I grew up in the Catholic church, so we didn't have a whole lot of praise and worship. That was hype, But when we had certain, whether we were doing plays or concerts or something like that, my grandfather would just push me. And it went like that my entire life. He would just push me in front of everybody to sing at every family reunion. If there was a crowd more than 5 people over at the house, he's pushing me. And then I became obsessed with harmony. So I would put like 2 tape recorders, and then mom would put a tape recorder, and we'd hit play to listen to all the notes. And then my mom was obsessed with Minnie Riperton. So she had me pretty much almost like turn into her. So that's where the whistle tone came from.
Minnie Riperton was a singer from back in the day. He's a young buck, so he don't know who these people are.
You know who Minnie Riperton?
No, he doesn't.
All right.
Yeah, you know.
He's trust
really
me, young.
Yeah.
Well, you got
24.
why are you sitting up here?
24 years old. Because I need that young.
But everybody's heard that song. It's on commercials, movies.
You gotta play it, Chase. I need to hear it.
You don't want me to go in the bag for you, fam, because you just gonna upset me more. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah. But Minnie Riperton.
Yep. And Mariah Carey. And then from that, I guess, I just kept singing in front of large crowds. I used to play basketball. And so my coach was Bill Lambier.
Chill. Don't stop telling everybody.
Division
Stop telling everybody to play ball. Stop. No.
You used to play for, what was it?
I'm a working man.
What was the name of the university?
I didn't play basketball.
What was the name of the university?
I don't remember.
Stop lying.
Not St. Mary's. I'm a working man now. Chill.
So I would have my coach. My coach was Bill Lambier at the time. His daughter was on my team. And so one day he had me sing when I was about 11 at the Pistons game, the national anthem, and then the Shock. And then from there, I just, I got used to just singing all the time and in front of everybody. And now here I am today. And my music is ready for the world. And the world just has to make sure they're ready for my music.
Oh, they'll be ready. They'll be ready for sure.
They're definitely ready.
We'll see.
Because Lazy Love, I've been following the build to the actual debut, which is April 8th.
April 4th.
April 4th?
Yep,
Okay.
the same day my episode airs on Star.
He's a little older, so you gotta excuse him. You know what I'm saying? You get numbers confused easier now.
April 4th. Okay, it's the day in which it comes out. I am been following every snippet, every video, everything that you do to put it out. And when I tell you, fellas, oh my goodness, you will be awed by what you see as far as it is a beautiful treatment. Whoever put the treatment together, shout out to them, because they definitely show, the it's like a mini movie.
It is, yeah.
In the actual video.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like those. I like
the video's
like
a movie.
Yeah, that's dope. I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
And it'll have, a series. So I put at the end of it, to be continued. And all my friends that have seen it, my close friends that I showed it to are like, well, what are you going to put out afterwards? And I'm like, I don't know.
We want to be
but
close
I
friends.
set the bar for myself. And
go.
I know that I have the music to deliver. So whatever I do will always just keep getting better and better and better.
Was a lot of that video your creative thoughts?
Well, when every time I write a song, when I go home and I listen to it, I always write a treatment to it in my phone. And then whoever I end up working with, director-wise, I end up asking them for their direction first. So that's what I did for this. I waited to see what he would say. I knew for this song, it's timeless. It's a classic record. It's very catchy. You end up singing it by the time you hear the entire song, and it's stuck in your head for the rest of the day. And so when it's like the new age at last, or something like that. And so when I wrote this record, I had in mind me in a dark room, almost like a mixture between D'Angelo's How Does It Feel with like a Jennifer Hudson You're Gonna Love Me, Dreamgirls. But I also, so just because of the words and the melody and the vocals on the song, that's all you need to pay attention to when it comes to the record. So originally I had it to where it would just be focusing on me. And then by the end, I wanted, like Aaliyah's Are You That Somebody? I wanted some dancers, maybe with masks on, doing something at the end, coming in at the end, doing somewhat of a modern dance that's a little mixed with hip hop, but an expressive dance. And so when he told me his concept, he said we should do something like, I'm thinking something where it just focuses on you sitting in a chair, and almost like Rolling in the Deep's video. So when I saw her video, I said, okay, this is cool. She's beautiful, and yes, I see, why it was this to just focus on her, but I want to give them a little more too. So I reached out to two very, I ended up lowering it down to two dancers once I put the ad up, to ask up for modern dancers or contemporary dancers, and I found two of the most talented dancers ever. So they kind of act out what it was before he became lazy or the relationship became lazy.
Wow.
So they're acting out, you know, the passion, the love making, the times that they had together. They're under sheets in the beginning, and they kind of just come out of the sheets, and the way that their bodies move and intertwine while I'm singing with the performance scenes. And then coincidentally, it just started. I rented this beautiful house in New Jersey, Vernon, New Jersey, and coincidentally, while I was performing, I would say singing, but I had a vocal injury, so I had to do this whole. That's another interesting part about the video. I had to do the whole video silent and still try to pull off veins in my neck and pain, you know, because I just wanted to sing, you know, but I couldn't under doctor's orders. But coincidentally, the mood was set. God just started raining down, and it started pouring down rain on the beautiful windows. So just everything about, so then I get there, and I told the director, once he told me he just wanted me to sit in a chair, I brought on the dancers. But then I got there and I said, you know what, I want to kind of get my act on a little bit. So, and I got another outfit. So why don't we do this at the beginning in the intro? I want to start thinking back to the times that we had with each other, you know, reminiscing that before just dropping the heat on them. So right. That's what it does. In the beginning, there's a very intense, suspenseful intro. So it's really a movie.
Sexy.
It's
is
sexy.
the word that I can tell you.
Yeah, the guys are definitely going to be, but sexy, classy.
No. Let me say.
Okay, all right. All right. I'm just going to get you there. You know.
Excuse me. Imagine if your eyes were closed, you had a blindfold on.
What?
And someone placed chocolate on your tongue.
Huh? Whoa. Where you going with this?
To the evening experience.
Thank you.
He had the after hours, though. You got to bring it.
When I tell you.
Back to dinner time.
Imagine if your mindset was focused on that chocolate. It melted in your mouth. It's very sensual, very beautiful, very strong, very, you know.
What is going on in here today?
He clearly.
Definitely. That's the treatment that you're going to see when you see this video. I'm working with that.
I don't know about all that. I would just.
She ain't gotta know. I know, cause I was there. I was in my okay.
Yeah. That's what his experience was.
Yes, it was, and they can't take it away.
All right, no.
Look at you.
Fine, Bobbi Storm. Be that way.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
You're from Detroit.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Motor City.
Yeah.
Shout out to the D.
Yes.
A lot of people have come out of Detroit with an immense Motown, you know, definitely killer artists, you know, from having Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson and the Miracles and
Eminem.
Franklin.
Eminem. But definitely having all of these people, and when I tell you, I believe that you're infused with that legacy. Watching you is just a joy, and it's an honor every time I see you sing. I don't care where I see you sing, and you give your all, you give your heart, you give your soul. Your spirit is definitely alive in whatever you're putting out.
Yeah.
And I enjoy watching you. It's an incredible feat to see someone your age, being a young person like you are, that has that rich of a voice that touches people.
Yeah.
I don't see and the reason why I say that is because a lot of y'all don't know. This young lady actually was on the news because there were technical difficulties on a plane. And basically, she said to quiet the crowd, "Can I sing for y'all?" You know, typical people on a plane is like, "Yeah, right, yeah, right."
That's real.
I told them.
That's real bold.
I was gonna say
I
for them.
respect that. That's
And when she did it, everybody was quiet. And in the end, they applauded like as if it was a Broadway show that they were actually in.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by having that much of a spirit, that much of a sound that you quieted a plane That's crazy.
Yeah. That's
At 6 in the morning, it was a fully booked flight.
Oh wow. Yeah.
3.5 hours we were delayed.
Where were you going?
We were going from Atlanta to New York.
That's bold. That's real
And
bold.
I posted online, should I go ahead and just get up and sing? But it really, honestly, was a spirit that moved me because I didn't even look at anybody else's responses on Instagram. I just went live.
Right.
And I was talking to, I think a part of me was like, okay, girl, you done already went live and acted like you gonna do it, so you gonna have to go jump in the water. But aside from that, I know it had to be my grandfather who, rest in peace, I do a lot of this for, who was just like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Do it. And he has done that a lot, and he's been moving since his passing. And it was him who put those guts in me.
Right.
Amen.
And I didn't ask them. I just got up and I said, my name is Bobbi Storm, and I'm going to sing for you guys. I'm going to need you to pull out your phone because this is going to go viral. And it did.
It did.
And afterwards, that whole entire day, I guess I just felt like I was just bulletproof. So when I got off the flight, I walked over to this lady and I said, are you with the news? And she said, yeah. I didn't even know she was with NBC. And I was like, I'm coming to you with some positive news, and it does have something to do with what you're covering when it comes to delays and flights. I said, but it's something that I think you should have a part of your career.
And the woman said to her, well, can you show us a little bit of what you did?
Yep.
She sang in front of her. She said, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I understand why now. She's like, do you know that you trended because of what you did? She's like, Bobbi, and the one thing I respect about her is she's a humble woman in the sense that she was just like, yeah.
I just told her why I started doing this was to just reach as many people as I possibly could in this world.
More
with
vibes.
My talents.
More vibes. I love it. I really do.
I like to throw a bar in there if possible.
DJ Trase with the sidebar.
I would like to invite you as well as her to the next Graph Hip Hop and R&B concert that we're putting together.
You just have to tell me when.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you guys would be a good fit. You know what I'm saying? So
I look at my calendar.
it's cool. It's cool. I get it.
Open.
That's why I say I would like to invite you guys. You know what I'm saying? So get you guys to perform alongside some other, industry people and, get you guys involved in that for real.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, Graph is DJ Trase is Graph's DJ. He did me a favor today, and I'm blessed and humbled by him. God has been working today because everything that could have went wrong, but he brought me great people today. And that young man, I called him in the last hour, and literally yesterday, and he hit me. He had a show last night, so he, of course, after the show, I didn't hear from him, so I was like, I guess Trace is not coming. Sometime this morning. Time you need me there? Got things to do, but I'll be there.
I just had to make sure I went to them parent-teacher conferences today. After that, I was good. I got to make sure the report cards are good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because when you were booked, I was booked that same day too.
See?
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how we're actually back here again.
And all of y'all together, I know God worked out today because of the fact that y'all are here. And I so appreciate seeing you because you are a light. Your spirit is abound to what you do. And I see your grandfather has touched you greatly. And he looks at you every time when you sing and go, I got
my arm.
I got it.
The last time we held hands.
Now, your vocal cords ain't injured or nothing, right?
No.
So
I've been cleared.
You've been cleared?
Yeah. I've been delivered.
All right. So you're back in the game.
Do you have a specific, you just want to flow free, or do you want to
I'm going to do Lazy Love.
Let's get it.
So long I've been hurt, but how could you know? And I was good to you, so damn good to you. If anybody else knew what I do, nobody knows, nobody knows, about how many times I cleaned your mess. One day you're gonna wake up and see that I left. If you only knew what you had, instead you'll be stuck thinking about how we used to be crazy in love. Touch on a daily love. Now it's just maybe love. I don't want it, and I don't need it, 'cause I want that crazy in love, Beyonce and Jay-Z love. Now it's just maybe love. I don't want it, I don't need it, that lazy love.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, when I tell you the evening experience is a show that brings incredible people here, so you can experience them every Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Even though we started later, even though we're going to be ending later.
Oh, so I wasn't that late today?
No.
Oh, all right, I feel better now. All right, cool.
To have someone such as this young lady here, Bobbi Storm, when I say she's a perfect storm, I'm not lying. God has definitely blessed her, and her spirit is what drives her, and, you know, keep getting that nudge from Grandpa, because
Yeah.
he's definitely pushing you in the right direction.
Dope. Really,
And I want to
really,
push you guys in the right
really
direction
dope.
and tell you guys to follow me. Follow the movement, chase the storm, become some storm chasers.
I'm following.
BOBBI_storm is my name on all platforms. And stay tuned to Fox's hit show Star. I will be on that episode on April 4th, the same day Lazy Love drops.
There you go.
I gotta ask, can you send me the acapella to that song? Cause I like to do my little blends here and there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll consider it once it's dropped.
okay.
How about that? Is
Okay,
that
no
fair?
problem. No problem.
Okay, cool. That's my baby.
Okay.
So I'm holding on to Lazy Love. I've been wanting to put it out for a long time, and this is what just moved me. Like, I didn't even know that the episode on Star was on the 4th. That's Jay-Z and Beyonce's birthday, the 4th. And now it's going to be Lazy Love's birthday. So it's just with them being in the song. And
Listen, you are definitely a friend to this show.
thank you.
Anytime you want to drop anything, do anything, by all means.
Oh, I'll be sending that right on over.
Yeah, we like exclusives up in here.
Because when I tell you,
You got an exclusive just now.
hey,
We
The
did.
song's not even out.
We did.
Hey.
We did. We definitely did.
and y'all got it live. There ain't no reverb on it. There's no auto tune. You got it direct. That's how it sounds when you play it on the stereo. Get it. When it comes out April 4th, buy it. I want everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice to buy that song.
Yes. Yes.
It's dope.
Listen, just one more question.
What's that?
Do you have another one?
Sure. Let me see. What can I do?
Do you have a second? Like you said, you have another single out as well, correct?
I do. I could do for that. I could do the single that's out right now.
Okay.
You could do whatever you want.
Because we love it.
So you put your hands together. Like this.
Hey.
We got all brothers in
Pity
here.
now, pity now. I had to deal with you the long way, 'cause I was loving you the strong way, and you was doing me the wrong way. You take me up to bring me down, 'cause I would listen to everything you say, but you don't know me, I'm a real G. You try to play me now, I got a new pace. Don't play with me, don't play with me. You know you're gonna miss my body. You're gonna see, regretting later you'll be sorry. Bum bum bada bum bum, ba ba bye bye, you're bad. Bum bum bada bum bum, ba ba bye bye, pour that. You'll come looking for me and I'll be outside. Pour that, shaking my pum 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 for my new man. Now you know I ain't a stupid chick. You know you're dealing with a real. I got my own and I get yours too.
but you was doing what you gon' do when you know I always stay down. My back porch gotta wrap around. You know you're dealing with a grown woman, and you so lucky that I put you on it. Don't play with me, don't play with me. You know you're gonna miss my body. You're gonna see, regretting later you'll be sorry. Bum bum bada bum bum, bye bye bye, you're bad. Bum bum bada bum bum, bye bye, pour that. You'll come looking for me and I'll be outside. Pour that, shaking my pum pum for my new man.
Whoa.
Hey.
You can spin that next if you like to.
Oh, whoa.
Yo.
I was about to throw instrumental behind that. I was about to do a live mixtape right here. You know what I'm saying?
You have like a radio voice. Definitely.
This is a living concert that's right on the air. This is what we do. Evening Experience. Bobbi Storm is in the building. Follow her. You won't be sorry. And I'm telling you, you're going to definitely be lazy in love come April 4th. It's going to be fire. It's going to be any and everything that you want to see on air every time.
We don't want no lazy love, though. We want them to be all the way in love.
Well, we don't want you, right, to have lazy love. But by the record, so you would know not what to do.
Exactly.
To get lazy.
What you don't want.
Step-by-step instructional. So we appreciate you pulling up.
Please tell us your social media again so everybody can understand.
My social media is BOBBI_Storm. I also have a website, BobbiStormMusic.com, where everything goes. That's on my Instagram. And look out for Star on April 4th. And I'm also performing tonight if you happen to be in the city with my band that I work with, 45 Riots, over at Bitter End tonight from 9 to 10. So if you want to pop in and hear some talented musicians, come on over.
Yeah, just to let you know, you got my gram going. My live is live. It's lit.
Really?
Yeah. You
Okay.
got people requesting another song.
Did you pin me on the bottom of it, or?
Yeah, we could do that. We can make that happen.
Well, you know it's gonna be over now by the time you do that. So BOBBI_Storm, y'all.
Let them know. Yes.
Yo, once again, this is the Evening Experience. We're gonna get ready to do what we do. But beforehand, we're gonna let DJ Trase go off a little bit before we shut this down. So we're gonna take a quick station break. You're gonna hear some music from DJ Trase, as well as we're gonna do a quick wrap up afterwards. And once again, this is the Evening Experience from 5 to 7 p.m. It's your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building.
Bobbi Storm, y'all.
Yo, once again, it's your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building.
We're doing what we're doing right now because we are live and direct. We're getting ready to let everybody know we're getting ready to shut this show down. The Evening Experience has been an experience today.
Oh, yeah.
It was a monster today.
Yes, sir.
We definitely had Sybelle Fair. We had Bobbi Storm. We had African Killer Bees. We had DJ Trase in the building doing what he does best. You an ambassador, as well as the original Long Island Iced Tea representative.
Look at that.
We couldn't ask for anything better. DJ Trase is a monster. If you didn't know, that's Graph's DJ. He's definitely one you need to pay attention to every week. He has a couple of different affairs going on. He has that brunch where he's going to tell everybody exactly where you can find him momentarily. My photographer, ChrisCalato.com, doing what he does. He's a beast in the building, as he does every week. Sybelle Fair, once again. Bobbi Storm. I'm lucky.
Yeah, we was blessed tonight. We was blessed with a great show, great people, great vibes.
So, I mean, I appreciate y'all having me here, man. You know what I'm saying?
The brunches.
Well, my brunch events are each and every Saturday and Sunday at Hotel Chantel from 1 to 5. It usually goes past 5 o'clock because, you know, we turn up. You know what I'm saying? Tuesdays, I'm doing R&B Tuesdays at Cove Lounge each and every Tuesday. Now, strictly R&B. No hip-hop features, no reggae, no trap music. Strictly R&B music from old school to the new school. Strictly R&B for the ladies each and every Tuesday. Friday nights, I'm at Cove again. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, regular party, turn up. You know, Wednesday night live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com from 9 to 11. And June 9th, we back at the Barclays. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also, I want to tell people, Graf has the Fix Show on DTF Radio, where you can catch him every week from 9 to 11 p.m. With
Trase, not Graf.
That's DJ Trase.
DJ Trase.
Graf, I didn't know you had a show, man.
I'm old. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
But DJ Trase, I definitely want to tell people the Fix Show on 9 to 11 p.m. on the DTF Radio.
Yep.
But as well as we were interviewed on that actual station by DJ Trase. So I appreciate him coming here and helping me out today. You don't know how much, brother. It's a godsend because you definitely held us down.
It's all good, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
I mean, we gonna talk. Let me just say that.
The summer's coming.
We got some things in the works.
There's a monster being built. They ain't ready.
Dang, you serious?
Yes, I am.
He's serious.
When I tell you this summer, you're gonna need to look out for the evening experience, and definitely we're gonna have the Matrix Studios in the building. We're gonna tape this joint live. We're gonna go live. It's gonna be live. Next Thursday,
Another monster.
You
know,
I'm telling you right now, every week is gonna be an experience for y'all. So tune in from 5 to 7 p.m. Sorry for the delay today. Technical difficulties will happen, but we will be live from 5 to 7 p.m. And once again, it's your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building. Make sure y'all tune in every Thursday, 5 to 7. Check us out on Instagram at The Evening Experience, YouTube page, Evening Experience. We even got a website, y'all, theeveningexperience.com, chriscolado.com in the building. You want the fire picks, hit our guy up. I missed something? I missed anything?
And I'm going to be, hopefully Big Chuck will be joining me, but we got an event coming up, and I'm going to talk about it more next week, where there's going to be a lot of celebrities. David Dinkins is going to be actually honored that night. Chris Collado will be, Lord willing, everything works out. He's going to be shooting the entire event, video and photography. It's going to be people. I'm just going to drop one. You know him from Do the Right Thing. He produced it. If you don't know that movie, something wrong with you. But that's going to be one of the people that'll be in the building that night. And definitely we're going to try to get those exclusives and have people come up and definitely be here and talk with us from 5 to 7 p.m. every Thursday. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357 and your boy
Big Chuck in the building.
Signing off.
Holla.
Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience, and one of the sponsors for our show is the Barbecue Rib House in Mount Vernon, New York, 529 Gramerton Avenue. You can give them a call at 914-665-3490 if you're looking for some of the best barbecue in Westchester. I'm telling you, finger delicious. I mean, succulent. Anything that you want, from pork, from beef, from rib, from chicken. All farm animals for that motion. You definitely want to check them out at the Barbecue Rib House, Mount Vernon, New York, 529 Gramerton Avenue. Once again, check out my boy Marcel Koenig, Barbecue Rib House at Facebook.com.